What's up, guys? This is Connor with Guns and Stuff, and in today's video we're going to take a quick look at the Bravo Concealment Torsion 2.0 holster, which I have here. Bravo Concealment was kind enough to reach out to me, and they wanted me to show their product on the channel, so here it is. One thing I want to say right off the bat is their customer service seems to be awesome. Brianna reached out to me via email, and she said, hey, we want to send you a holster. When I told them I was left-handed, they told me they didn't offer any left-handed holsters, which was kind of a bummer. And then a few months down the road, once they started to get those left-handed holsters up into production, she reached out to me again and said, hey, you know, we've got it. So shout out to Brianna at Bravo Concealment for getting this out to me. I do appreciate it. This is a left-handed holster for the Glock 26. Now, left-handed, they don't have as many options as right-handed, but most of you guys watching this are right-handed, so that really won't matter. They have a lot of guns on their website, you know, Walthers, Springfields, Glocks. I mean, anything that you have that's, you know, a main gun, mainstream type gun, they're going to make it. Bravo Concealment seems to be very active on social media. You know, if you ask them a question on one of their videos or comments, they reply very quickly, it seems. They do a lot of live videos, so it seems like they like to engage with their customers, which is awesome. So I'm sure if you said, hey, you know, make a holster for this gun or that gun, they'd probably get around to it. This is made for a Gen 4, as you can see here. All the guns are unloaded. Three things that any holster, in my opinion, needs to do. It needs to protect the trigger. It needs to not come out of the holster. And it needs to be reachable, so some holsters get really, really, really tight, and it's kind of hard to get a shooting grip. This holster does all those things, so as you can see, the trigger is protected. There's really no way you can get in there to pull the trigger. Same here. There's no openings, really. The gun does not fall out. Now, one thing this holster does not have, again, this is the 2.0. This does not have adjustable retention, so what you get is what you get. One thing that I really like, though, is I think the retention is set almost perfect. It's easy to get out, but it's also not going to just fall out. I mean, if you throw the holster down and hold it, the gun's going to come out no matter what, and any holster will do that. So it's not too tight, it's not too loose. On their Torsion 3.0 holsters, they do have adjustable retention that can be done by the customer. I did call and talk to Brianna about this. I had a question about it, and she said, if you do wish to have better retention on the 2.0, that's something that you have to send the holster in for. I wish it would be adjustable retention on the 2.0. That is something that they are addressing on the 3.0. The 3.0 is very new to my understanding, so they don't have that many guns out right now. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that's just how it kind of seemed. This is an inside the waistband holster. As you can see, there's two clips. I really like holsters with two clips. I traditionally carry on my left hip, so that would be like 9 o'clock-ish. I think gun holsters with one clip, they kind of wiggle around a little bit too much for me. I do like having two attachment points going through the belt. That's one thing. This holster is really cool, and it's not too wide. Usually I have another holster that's about that wide, and it does have two clips. This is a little bit more narrow, so it's not taking up quite as much surface area on your body. That's something I think is really cool. Take the gun out here. It does have a sweat shield for your body. That's a nice touch. You can see it is, they have a drainage hole there, so if somehow you end up in the water, the water's not going to just sit in your holster, it'll drain out. That's something that's pretty cool. The Gen 4 holsters seem to fit. We have a Gen 5 Glock 26 here. They seem to fit Gen 5, but as you can see, the holster does kind of pop out a little bit there, so if you have a Gen 5, I would get a Gen 5 specific holster if we're talking about Glocks. You could get away with it, but you can see how it opens up a little bit there. And then let's go back to the Gen 4. You can see how it's going to be flush, and that's just because Gen 5 has that ambi slide stop there, slide catch, whatever you want to call it. I always screw that term up. The clips on the Bravo Concealment holster I think is really good. You can see it has a little piece inside of the clip that meets it here. I don't really know how to explain that very well. And also you can, if we're talking about the clips, you can adjust kind of the cant, because if you move this, unscrew these, move it, it's going to sit a little bit different. So there's a good amount of kind of cant adjustment. Again, there's no retention adjustment. They do have that on the 3.0. So to show you guys, I have a leather belt here. Put these in, and it is holding on to the, tugging it pretty hard. It's definitely holding on pretty good there. So the clips are staying in place. Let's get this off. I do have a nylon blue Alpha Gear belt here too. We'll throw this on real quick. This belt is a little bit thinner than the leather one, but as you guys can see, trying to tug it off, it's not going anywhere. So that's definitely pretty cool bonus about the Bravo Concealment. Another cool selling point that they kind of talk about a lot is you can see how the gun goes straight, but the belt loops are kind of at an angle. So traditionally it would just be straight across. This has a little bit of, I think they say it's a 10-degree kind of tilt, so the gun sits a little bit tighter into your body. This can be good or bad. I think Bravo Concealment did a very good job with it. The gun is still, accessible. It's not like totally smushed on your body. A good thing a holster needs to have is it needs to be able to get the gun out of the holster without being too smushed on your body. So I think they did a good job with that, kind of putting it at a good angle, not too aggressive where it's really, in your body like that, but the gun is still accessible. So this is an inside the waistband holster. You can carry this at the hip. It does have 2 clips, which again, I think adds a little bit more positive, connection, a little bit less movement with 2 clips. You can also carry this appendix if you like. That's a cool option that they have. So Bravo Concealment also has a very good warranty, it seems like. Luckily, I haven't needed to send this in for warranty at all or repair, but really, it seems like if anything crazy happens to the holster, or really anything at all, they'll replace it or try to fix yours. No charge. They'll just send out a new one. So that's always a good thing to, kind of be behind the product like that. So Bravo Concealment, I guess bravo to you guys for the good warranty. So when talking about comfort and the Bravo Concealment holster, nothing about this holster was super uncomfortable. The thing about carrying a gun, it's not comfortable. I don't care what the holster manufacturer says. Company A, B, C, and D, carrying a gun is uncomfortable. It's something that it's a sacrifice that we're willing to make if you do carry. You're going to give up your comfort to have self-protection. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, being said, with the Bravo Concealment, I didn't have any negatives about it. Like, man, this holster is so much more uncomfortable than A, B, C, or D. So that's something to keep in mind. I didn't have any problems with the Bravo Concealment talking about comfort. So overall, my experience with the Bravo Concealment holster has been positive. There's really not any, negatives that I can think of. Seems like a good brand that really cares about what their customers think and say, and they like to kind of engage with their customers. I do like the clips. I do like how there are 2 clips. I'm not really a fan of just one. One thing I forgot to mention is you can take the 1 clip off and just wear 1 clip if you so choose. I like to keep it with 2. The angle here is definitely something that's cool. It kind of keeps the holster curved into your body. So really no complaints here, guys. It's an American-made holster. Let me know in the comment section what you think of Bravo Concealment. They seem to make pretty good, affordable holsters that are a little bit cheaper than other companies, and it seems to be good. So it's definitely good stuff. Thank you guys for watching Bravo Concealment video. Leave a thumbs up, like, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. We'll see you in the next video.